It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And that one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, Brady's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
It's hauled in by Shepard. Touchdown, Saints. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Let's go on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles already trailing the touchdown early in this offense. How imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, he just want to avoid 3 and outs.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Touchdown! Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, is probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
From the 44, Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's what he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Well, that's complete to Shepard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Brady. His throw incomplete. The Saints at 7-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Brady to throw again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Now Brady. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darren Warley. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. In motion left, Robinson. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And he got pretty darn close to a 3-digit interception return for a touchdown.
And what we learn on plays like that is just how far it is from end zone to end zone. That's a long way to go, isn't it? He gave a valiant effort trying to get there, but a great job staying with it in pursuit and running him down before he could get there for a touchdown. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop him. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tom Brady. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And it makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover to play good on the last one.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the route is run here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. Their physical group, we just saw there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, here's Eckler. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Brady. Touchdown, Saints. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lots of look down the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jones now on 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Here's Jonathan Coachman. He has REA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Going up top for Kupp. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now Jones throwing on first down, looking for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Jones throwing on fourth down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Brady's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, we have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Brady to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brady. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tom Brady, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints just continue to roll. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tom Brady scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six. And that deep, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. Nobody was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. This one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy is on. Exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 remaining. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Brady will try again on second down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
The Saints on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Brady now to throw. And that's complete to Shepard. On the move past the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. On play action, it's Brady. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taysom Hill, 29 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. A quick pass to Cup. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Eckler now between the tackles. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone...
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that era there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. In motion left, Shepard. Brady going to throw here. Going deep here for Landry. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball. We're going to see them the next time out.
Let's go on the extra point. And this one's over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point.
Justin Tucker, you
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, they've got the